Thinking of moving down here to Lake Chapala? Just be aware you may never go back. Hello YouTube fans, and welcome to Retire in Lake Chapala. We provide you with all the information you need to make informed decisions about moving to Lake Chapala. 10 years, can you believe it? It's been 10 years since I've been down here. I came down in 2012, but didn't really permanently move down until the spring of 2013. 10 years, it's quite amazing. And I have no desire whatsoever to go back to Canada. It's just not the place for me. There's a lot of reasons why I'd want to stay here, and we're going to talk about a few of those in this video. The weather undeniably has to be one of them. And the weather is absolutely incredible here compared to Vancouver. Well, quite frankly, there's no comparison. Vancouver has Seattle weather. It's gray and it's cloudy and it's practically unlivable for like 10 months of the year. Now, certainly it's green, that's beautiful, and they have lots of rain there. But it's just too cold, too damp for too much of the year for me, and you can't beat the weather here. The weather here is unbelievable. I still am aghast at how you can have so many sunny days, and the rain, it only falls at night, really, generally. You might have an early morning rain, very early in the morning, but by 9-10 o'clock it dries up. You might have a late afternoon rain, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, or an evening rain, but for the most part it's storm rain, and it happens well overnight, like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it comes down hard for an hour, possibly 2, and that's it then. So undeniably, the weather is just absolutely fantastic. Spring-like temperatures year-round. A lot of people say it gets a bit hot here in April and May. I tend to disagree because the humidity comes down to very low. Right now we're in mid-April, and humidity is like 35%. Sure, it's up to in the low 90s, around 90 degrees. But very, very comfortable in my opinion. But everybody is different, so you got to come down here, try out the different seasons, and see for yourself. The second big reason why I'd never go back to Canada is the cost of living. I mean, it's just way too expensive in Canada. I came down here and immediately started saving 50 to 60%, so I'd be paying about 40% of what I did in Canada. Michaela and I, we live in a large home here. We have a view. It's a gorgeous home. We have maids and gardeners, and we're living a fantastic lifestyle, and all for under $30,000 a year, well under $30,000 a year. So with 2 cars and everything, I mean, this is you can't get anything like that in Canada, and have this kind of lifestyle at the cost of living that you have here. So figure on saving about 50% of what you're paying right now, no matter where you live. I think you're going to absolutely love the cost of living here. Of course, along with cost of living comes cost of housing. Cost of housing here, as of 2022, if I look back in the MLS, $297,000 was the average cost on the archives. So the average sale price. So 297,000 USD. That's tough to beat. Canada, I did a Google research on that, and it came to 500,000 USD. It actually came out to 640,000 Canadian was the average, so about 500,000 US. And in Vancouver, where I came from, 1.1 million Canadian, that works out to about $880,000 USD. So again, less than half of Vancouver. So pretty awesome. Cost of living, cost of housing, very good here compared to elsewhere, especially Canada. Another big reason that I would like to stay here, and will stay here, is the freedom you have here. There's awesome freedom here. There's lots of rules and regulations in the books, but not much is enforced. And you just have that sense of live and let live. much freer here, whereas when I go back to Canada, I find it's very much a police state. I always joke that 50% of the people there make the rules, and the other 50% enforce the real rules, and that's what everyone's employed in, making and enforcing rules. Maybe that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but I think there's a lot of Canadians who might agree with me on that statement. It's over-regulated, over-enforced, and you just don't have the sense of freedom anymore to live your life the way you want to live it. And for those of you looking for that, you can do that here in Mexico. Healthcare is another big reason why I would definitely stay here, and a lot of you may be surprised by that statement. You may think that Canada has the socialist healthcare system. Everybody wants that. They say it's free. Well, of course, it's not quite free. You pay heavily through your taxes. But the problem is the service. You cannot get the service in Canada. Even when I was back there 10 years ago, it took me a week to get my 10-minute appointment with my general practitioner if I had an illness of some sort or wanted to see him. And that's not acceptable, really not acceptable. I have a friend right now in Canada. He's going through a lot of back pain. He's got some nerve issues in his back, and he had to wait months just to get an MRI, and then he has to have another consult, and all this take months and months and months. And he's in tremendous pain. He's taking painkillers, and that can't be good for either. So, I really feel for him, but he can't get the medical help he needs when he needs it. And, he's paid into the system his whole life, and he can't get the help. And that's the same with my dad. My dad came down at 89 years of age. He needed a hip replacement badly, and he could not get one in Canada. Can you believe at 89 they told him, you're going to have to wait a year for an appointment. So, he came down here, he came to Guadalajara. I got him into a boutique hospital in Guadalajara, and we had it done within 2 weeks. It would have been only 1 week, but they discovered some heart fibrillation issues, and he took some medication for that for a week, and then he went under the knife and got his hip replaced, and he lived another 2 years pain-free and extremely happy for that. So, here you have medical care that doesn't cost all that much. It was 12,000 USD, and you could have got a bit cheaper. Admittedly, this was a boutique hospital, one of the best in Guadalajara. But you can get it as low as $8,000-9,000 USD here in Mexico. So medical care, I would definitely stay here for medical care. Canada, it's just not serving you. And the last big reason why I'd stay in Mexico is the friends, the people, the community here. It's so tight-knit. It's so welcoming, and it's really easy to make friends. Let's put it that way. You can make friends here in no time. And I have retirement seminar people who come down, and I take them around, and within a week, they're meeting, they got 10 new friends. It happens so easily and so quickly. There's so many groups and clubs here and so many activities here. And people have time, and you're not working anymore. People have time, and they're enjoying life. And this is the time to enjoy life, make friends, have good friends. And you have a great social network here that, I never really had in Canada. Obviously, you have a few good friends from childhood and that sort of thing, but not as big a social network in Canada as I do here. One of the funny stories is I turned 50 here in 2015, and I'd only been here 2 years at the time, but I had over 50 people come to my birthday party. So you can make friends really, really, really easily here. So so come on down, try it out. I encourage you all to come on down, try it out. Perhaps you want to come and take my seminar. We do a personalized seminar that's personalized to your needs. It'll give you all the information that you need to make an informed move down here. See if it's for you. Yeah, what more can I say? This is the place that obviously not for everybody. Some of you will love it. Some of you won't like it. But you have to come down. You have to try it out for yourself. You have to to put the boots on. You have to put the boots on and see for yourself if those boots fit or not. So come on down, check it out. If you have questions, I'm always here for you. I get lots of questions through email, so please send me your questions and we're always here to help. Thanks for watching and live your best life in Lake Chapala.